Good morning, afternoon, or evening, ladies and gentlemen, all in crypto here. And today, guys, we are going to be tackling Chainlink, and I'm going to be putting forward the argument to you guys of why I believe Chainlink is in for some explosive upwards movement in the short-term future, guys. What we're going to do is, I'm not going to spend too long explaining exactly what Chainlink is. I feel like a lot of you out there already know and have been here for a while. I'm going to briefly explain what it is just for the newcomers to the channel, and then we're going to be looking in to why it is I think Chainlink is in for a pretty good run over the next sort of couple of months. And you guys should already know my opinion now. I think that 2021 is essentially a 2017-esque bull run. And there are a lot of sort of gains still to be made this year. You can take a look at the charts right now, guys. I think we drew this sort of three-wave pattern 3 or 4 Chainlink videos ago now, and it's followed it very true. And what I'd really like to see for Chainlink is sort of a bottoming out structure before it then impulses to the upside. I know that isn't the best draw, guys. However, I'd like to see something like this sort of take place so that we can really complete that three-wave. Well, you guys know that I am a macro investor. I look on a macro scale and base my sort of trading strategies around that. And with Bitcoin reaching it's sort of making new all-time highs now, it looks like we are about to, on this video, hit $60,000 for Bitcoin. We're going to share that moment together. And what that is going to do, guys, is that is going to permission the altcoins to move. You guys know my opinion. Everything follows Bitcoin, in my opinion. And essentially, people ask me why that is. You know, I follow the Bitcoin 4-year cycle theory, and one reason that I think everything follows Bitcoin is that gateway to the cryptocurrency market. People usually invest in Bitcoin, and then they sort of get curious, they explore, they see potential in other coins and other projects, and then they sort of expand from there. There we go, guys. Bitcoin just hit 60,000 US dollars briefly. So congratulations to anyone out there who's holding Bitcoin. But this, of course, is not a Bitcoin sort of video. But what I am trying to show you here is that with Bitcoin making its next leg upwards, you know, Bitcoin is that tide that rises and sinks all ships, the ships being the altcoins. And altcoins essentially, if Bitcoin's having a bad day, 9 times out of 10 with most altcoins, they will also be having a bad day. And it's the same on the reverse. And, you know, it's just how it is, guys, really, to be honest with you. And Chainlink, you know, it performed very well so far. I haven't sold any of my Chainlink, and I have accumulated some Chainlink sub $1, and I haven't even sold one single link. And that's because I still think there is a hell of a long way to go for Chainlink. I think Chainlink reaches anywhere from $300 to $400. I reckon around about $365, but we will see. And I think it could do that before the end of the year, or certainly by the time that this sort of 4-year cycle has finished. So, you know, for those of you who don't know what Chainlink is, very briefly, Chainlink is an Oracle blockchain. So blockchains have an inherent problem, and that is that they can't onboard off-chain data, so real-world data. So what Chainlink does is it is essentially the Oracle for blockchains, and Oracle being somebody who is sort of wise, who you go to for information. Chainlink essentially is that Oracle. It provides off-chain data to blockchains, and it's really the sole reason why DeFi has been able to sort of work, because Chainlink provides price feeds for DeFi so that they can, you know, find out things such as like what's the exchange rate between the US dollar and the Great British Pound or the Euro, or for example, what in bizarre cases how much a Mercedes is in a showroom, or they can provide really any kind of off-chain data, and they can actually input that into these sort of DeFi projects and blockchains. And it is built on Ethereum, of course. And, you know, it is a huge project, and it's one of those projects out there that has a real sort of use case, and the demand for Chainlink, in my opinion, is going to continue to increase. As we see Ethereum sort of sorting out their scalability issues, you're going to see more DeFi sort of flourishing, and this is just going to increase the demand for Chainlink. And throughout this year and throughout, you know, the next 10 years, Chainlink's demand is just going to continually increase, and thus supply and demand would dictate that the price would increase as a result of this. So I think Chainlink is a project to have. It's one of my biggest holdings, and like I say, I haven't even sold one single link yet. That's how confident I am in sort of Chainlink's potential. And what I'm going to show you guys, and this is why I think you're not only going to have an explosion to the upside for Chainlink, but you're going to have it for the majority of altcoins, and I've banged on about this now in a few videos, is what I have for you here, guys. In the blue corner, we have the total money in crypto, so the total market cap of crypto, including Bitcoin. What you will notice, guys, is the total market cap of crypto looks very similar to the Bitcoin chart, and that is simply because, Bitcoin is the majority of money in crypto. It's that gateway sort of to crypto. We've explained that. We've explained why. Briefly, in my own opinion, why everything follows Bitcoin, because it's the first one to get sort of bought. You see that with institutions at the moment. Isn't it funny how all these institutions are now coming out and saying, yeah, we've actually held Bitcoin since 2017, or in some of the late cases, some of them have been holding it significantly earlier, and they're now publicly coming out and saying this. At the same time, they were telling you that it's a bubble and it's a scam and you shouldn't get into it, and it's just, a very corrupt world we live in, guys. But this is not a video about righting the wrongs of the world. This is a video about Chainlink and why it's going to perform well. So in the orange, we have the total market cap of the overall altcoins. And of course, you can see the total market cap, because Bitcoin's involved in it, of the overall cryptocurrency market is significantly further ahead. And what is really apparent when you're looking at this chart, guys, to me, is that the altcoins are just following Bitcoin essentially, and the total money in crypto. And you still have this leg here to come for altcoins, in my opinion. We predicted, and we were spot on about Ethereum and how it was going to move in terms of price, break its all-time highs and go significantly further. We predicted it with Cardano and predicted it with a number of other altcoins. And how we've been able to do that is by looking at this chart and essentially saying, look, this is what's to come for altcoins, because everything follows Bitcoin. We follow the Bitcoin 4-year cycle theory, and we can make sort of investments accordingly. And that is really where we are today, guys. And, so many people asking me about Chainlink. I love the Chainlink community. I think they're very passionate. Very sort of rooted in their beliefs in Chainlink, and I think they have every right to do so. I don't think it's hype necessarily. A lot of people say Chainlink's a very hyped coin. I think that hype is actually very warranted when it comes to Chainlink, because remember, guys, you wouldn't have a lot of DeFi if it wasn't for Chainlink, and Chainlink is the most widely used oracle. It really has a monopoly as of yet. There are other oracles out there like Band Protocol, but Chainlink really has a monopoly for now that we don't see with other oracles. And it was really one of the sort of pioneer oracles out there, and one of the first to do it, and it's benefited as a result of that. And so it's a fantastic project, guys. My like I say, one of my biggest holdings, and one of those holdings I do not plan on selling for a significant period of time, at least until some of the price targets that I want to cash out at get hit. And remember, I've in some cases 30x'd my initial Chainlink investment, and I'm still not selling out, because I think it has such a long way to go, guys. Such a great project, such a great team, and what you really want to be looking at, like I say, is you want to be looking at what's taking place in the overall market and compare that with what's happening with the altcoins. And what you'll see is altcoins are just following the overall market, and you are still to see these legs appear. And you could be on the cusp of, if you look at where I'm sort of circling with my mouse, you could be on the cusp of this big movement here. It looks like we're forming the same sort of structure. And exciting time, guys, very exciting. This year is going to be great for cryptocurrencies, and you are going to see a lot of wealth being built, and crypto is that. It is that opportunity to sort of move the financial needle in your favor. That's certainly why I'm here, and I have been here for 4 years. I've made a lot of mistakes, and that's what this channel is all about, guys. Hopefully helping you guys to not make the mistakes that I did, and give you a little bit of information, a little bit of sort of an idea of what's going on. And this is a very fast growing channel, guys, so get subscribed. We are growing from strength to strength to strength. We have a lot of things coming up, like we're going to be working on the actual production of these videos. And we're here to stay as a channel. We'll be here into the bear market, and after that, when we have the next bull market. So get subscribed, guys. This is a genuine channel. We're not just bleating out nonsense that is just regurgitated like the majority of other YouTubers out there. We are coming up with our own theories, our own sort of analysis, and bringing that real content that we actually believe in. We're not just telling you stuff because we think you want to hear it. If I thought there was a bearish, if I thought there was any need to be bearish on the overall crypto market or something like Chainlink, I would be the first person to tell you. Trust me on that, guys. So get subscribed. I'm going to love and leave you on that note. I just thought it was very, very, very interesting what was forming, and things are really following Bitcoin in a very sort of true manner, and you are certainly seeing that when it comes to the altcoins and the overall market cap, and the reason being is, of course, because Bitcoin captures that sort of first wave of money. Chainlink, I think, is 10th in terms of market cap. Currently has around about 12 point something billion dollars in terms of money inside of it. And, you know, that there's a long way to grow for that. I think the overall cryptocurrency market tops out at somewhere around anywhere from to sort of $10 trillion or $11 trillion, somewhere around the same market cap of gold. Remember, gold is just one asset in its own class. There are thousands of cryptocurrencies involved in the cryptocurrency class. And, you know, a coin like Chainlink, it's 10th now. It's done very well and captured sort of, you know, when you're looking at market cap, what you're looking at is essentially how much money these projects have been able to capture coming into crypto, and Chainlink is 10th. That is a good sign for me, because I actually think it deserves to be somewhat higher than 10th. I'm not going to throw shade on any of the coins in this video, but guys, you are going to see a very explosive move to the upside for Chainlink, and I don't want anybody to miss out on that. And like I say, I'm holding firm, and, you know, definitely not going to sell sort of anytime soon, perhaps. Although, you know, it could surprise people. We could see $100 Chainlink, you know, in the next couple of months. It absolutely could happen. This is crypto, and I don't think people quite, until you see it, you almost have to see it to believe it. And if you're here in 2017, you literally watched coins, you know, 10x overnight. You know, it was insane, the amount of money that was flowing into some of these coins. And the market is now bigger. We have institutions at play. And, you know, it's going to be sort of represented in this year and how much money actually comes into it. So that is all I have for you on this video. Sorry, I waffled on a little bit too long. The main points I want you to take away is that we still have a lot of movement to come for a lot of catching up for altcoins to the overall total market cap. And that is going to, of course, benefit a large number of altcoins. But a coin like Chainlink that has very strong fundamentals, and is a horse that actually stands a chance of winning the race, is going to sort of benefit significantly as a result of that. So I'm going to love and leave you. If you found value in this content, guys, please drop me a like, drop me a comment, because your comments are always sort of appreciated. I find a lot of humor in the comments. I actually find a lot of learning content in the comments, because you guys are smart, and, you know, you've certainly been smart enough to take that leap into cryptocurrencies, and we are early, in my opinion. I still think there's a lot of money to come into crypto, and you guys have sort of been smart enough to make that decision. And we, of course, have seen Bitcoin reach $60,000. Big day, guys. We could see a sort of sell-off from here. This it could become support. We could see a support and resistance flip, but we will see what happens. But for the longer time scale, the macro time scale, which is what I focus on, you know, things are looking good, guys. This is going to be a huge year, and I hope you are all a part of it. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I look forward to seeing you all in the next YouTube video, and get subscribed, guys, because these videos are coming out daily, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Have a great day.